Hi there. Rather quickly I want to do a couple of updates on my previous speculation videos as quickly as I can, hopefully all in one video as I don't have time to do much more. Anyway, when I last spoke I had posted a lot of speculations, 5 videos worth, and I hope you enjoy them. And there's been some news since then, little bits and pieces of information, and also I want to go back and think about some of the things I said and maybe rethink some of them. First of all, the Disaster Q area house. We have another character in there called Mighty. What does Mighty mean? I don't know. But I'm beginning to wonder now if it really is, well, I had not said in my videos, but I had put in my comments underneath that the code names, which are of course red herrings designed to mislead us, we must always remember that, are in fact may point toward Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and I had an idea of a twisted version of Willy Wonka. Of course, the same code names fit Alice in Wonderland very well as well, and it has been brought to my attention American McGee's Wonderland, American McGee's Alice video game series, which Universal apparently has rights to. I don't know, that I haven't investigated that. I'm not sure if they have the rights or not, but that's a possibility as well. Although a movie house, since there's going to be a film version, is something that they don't like to do too much of here at Orlando nowadays. We know there'll be a Thing house, but will they want an Alice house as well? So it is perplexing, because Alice in Wonderland, of course, has been done so many times already, and you want to do something new and different, that wouldn't make much sense to go back to Alice, except if you do it in a completely new and different way, it might fit. And some of the character names do point strongly to Alice. For example, not only do we have the, watch could be the White Rabbit, the grass could be the smoking caterpillar, top hat could be the Mad Hatter, of course. Some have said dwarf is Tweedledee and Tweedledum. They forget, however, that although they may be short, they're taller than Alice in all the illustrations. They're as big as her or tower of her, and they're big, fat, they're not necessarily little midgets, like the Oompa Loompas, which are, of course, dwarfs in any sense of the word. And then, of course, we have something called love. Love, the symbol of love is always, a heart, which of course points towards Alice rather than Willy Wonka. So I don't really know. I have personal reasons for hoping for Willy Wonka rather than Alice in Wonderland, because among other things, I posted a scenario for Willy Wonka house a couple years ago in a joke post on the old vault, and it would be delightful to me to see my old jokes come true, as I have in the past when Hades Gates of Ruin, for example, was also a joke post I made years before. And it's delightful when I see something like that happen, and then it thrills me and gives me a sense of profound satisfaction. I don't know what will happen, of course, about this exactly, but it could be Alice after all. But they could take an entirely new take on a story that can be done many different ways. Mighty could be the Jabberwock from Alice. It could be a Vermicious Canid from Willy Wonka. It could be some sort of thing. Who knows? So Wonka versus Wonderland, which will it be? Or will it be something else entirely? And all of these red herrings have managed to confuse us to such a degree to point us in the wrong direction. Good, interesting ideas. We know there are going to be pink characters, along male and female pink, along with the red, gold, blue, green and purple ones in Hollywood Boulevard. It's a very colorful place. It has been speculated by Cody Williams, Reaper, one of the moderators over at Horror Night Nightmares, that these could be the colors of poker chips, fitting in with the whole game scenario. Oh, getting back to Willy Wonka and Alice in Wonderland. If you have a game theme, games of chance, for the whole event, then both could fit in. First of all, Alice McGee's, American McGee's Alice is a video game. It is a game, so they have a game concept there. They've never really done video games, houses in the past. The only exception was that many years ago they had that Nightmare Creatures thing, which was neither really a sort of haunted attraction. It was neither a house nor a scare zone, but somewhere in between. Nightmare Creatures was the name of a video game, although the attraction itself did not resemble the game in any way whatsoever. They've never really touched this, never mind the massive world of video games, which they could do. They could start doing that in this new era of darkness. That could be a new start, something other than movies or books or other ideas to adapt into houses. If so, then what about all those nurses over in that soundstage 23B? Could that be some other video that has a lot of nurses in it? I mean, a video game? Clues are still rather silent about that, so we don't know for sure. The current speculation about that house now, though, apparently there's another character called Insanity. Whether that's actual or a misunderstanding based on something someone was chatting about in the shout box at Rumors. You know, Legacy said it was just a misunderstanding on Chad's part, but Chad has not removed that from his list of HHN Rumors, so maybe he knows something Legacy doesn't. I don't know. But the current speculation is that that house will be set in a hospital during the World War I era. That's going to be the World War I era house we talked about before, apparently. If that's right. That could be very interesting to have a hospital where people have shell shock and are going insane, or whatever horrors of war are brought back from the front. I don't know. That's a possibility. The Spanish house, supposedly in the parade building, the current speculation is now it's going to be set during the Spanish Inquisition of the 15th century. That should be intriguing. That could be highly controversial. The Spanish Inquisition was all about converting Jews. I don't know if they really want to go there, but we'll see. Another house that may have Spanish overtones is the one in Sprung Tent 2. All the casino-type code word names may be throwing us off the track, and our casino may be over in Soundstage 22 like I had postulated before. If so, that could be the pirate house that everyone has been talking about. Now, I had said that I didn't think that would happen, but I have reason to think maybe they were right. You know, Charles and the others who are championing the pirate concept may be right after all. Apparently, a cargo truck loaded with pirate gear has been seen on property. The same truck was seen last year filled with Mardi Gras stuff, and we all know there was a Mardi Gras scare zone, so we could have a piratey house. And of course many pirates were Spanish, and they all haunted the Spanish Main. So, and in order to separate it from another English-speaking pirate attraction, which we don't need to talk about, but we know what we're all talking about, somewhere nearby Universal, we don't want to compete or to draw the wrath of the so we may want to make it different enough that, and by making it more Spanish, that might be a way to do so. So perhaps that's it too. We don't know for sure. However, interestingly enough, the arrested dead apparently is Aristo dead. Not arrested dead. Aristo dead being aristocrat. And that could fit either scenario. The rich and aristocratic were the people who would go to the casinos and be high rollers. But at the same time, pirates preyed on the rich and wealthy, especially taking them as hostages and stealing their treasures, naturally. So that's a distinct possibility there as well. Let's see, was there another code word that had been released that I hadn't talked about before more recently? Let's see, I don't think so. I think I covered the new ones, all of them. So that's it for that. There's a new, rather bizarre rumor about the Sprung Tent houses. Someone claiming to have been inside them says that the interior of Sprung Tent 2 and the interior of Sprung Tent 1 are virtually identical. So perhaps they're connected somehow. Some have even suggested physically that it's one great big house. That would, I wouldn't think that would happen, because that would make the number of houses 7 instead of 8. Unless we do have 2 in the parade building, which would bring it back up to 8 again. So it doesn't seem to be 2 houses in the parade building now, but we don't know for sure exactly what's happening yet. So that's a strange thought. Oh, the Jaws queue. We now know something called Horizons Extractions will be featured in the Jaws queue. We've seen a sign up. Horizons Extractions apparently is not connected to a real-life company by the same name, but is a fictitious company. And what a horizon extractor would be, I have no idea. But a horizon, of course, is that far point where the sky meets the terrain or the ocean, the furthest point of vision. It is where, in the olden days, people thought the world ended, and beyond the horizon is the next world. You know, beyond the blue horizon, the Shangri-La, or perhaps the event horizon created by a black hole. You know, the horizon is the barrier, the final between one world and the next. The next world, the afterlife, perhaps. Exactly who are these horizon extractors, and what will they extract from beyond the horizon? Very interesting concept there. thinking about that also, there's been a rumor floating around now that fear will be extracted in that house. Now, it seems to me that fear was extracted in that location in a house a couple years ago, in the Fearless Living Clinic of Mary Agana. Of course, she didn't do so well in extracting fears from people. Perhaps these fear extractors will actually pull fears out of people's minds and bring them to life, real-life nightmares. That's an interesting thought. Or perhaps it's something else entirely. We extracted fear from beyond the horizon last year during the Legendary Truth game, didn't we? But I don't think we're seeing the big guy come back this year at all, from what I've heard. So, intriguing, intriguing. Let's see, there was something else in recent days, mad speculations. Let's see, I think they were thinking some sort of experiment gone wrong in the Jaws queue, possibly Alice or Willy Wonka and disaster, as I said. World War I hospital in the soundstage, but the other soundstage house, that other house that contains impaled radio redneck, we don't know. Maybe the thing there. It has been said that it may be quite cold in that house. Antarctica. 22 may very well be the casino house. If the sprung tent, it is what some have suspected a pirate house. Spanish Inquisition. All of these things are floating around in the current zeitgeist of what's happening at Halloween Horror Nights 21, and which of these are true and which are not true we don't know yet, but it's all a very interesting mystery. This is the time of teasing. We're going to be teased terribly over the next few weeks. Expect an update to the website soon, and not necessarily today. I'm not predicting this exact day, but it's been 2 weeks, and that's exactly the amount of time between the first teaser and the first update last year. Now, it could be as many as 3 weeks based on previous years in the past, but I don't think they're going to go that far based on our calendar. I expect before the end of this week there'll be a new update. They have to get the teasing out, and then, you know, the whole big major update reveal will be near the end of August, and that's not so far away, so they're going to have to get a lot of teasing out between now and then. So I expect something to happen very soon. Very soon. There'll be new clues, maybe before the end of the day. So with that being said, I'm going to close this off and wish you all a happy, happy haunt season that we're moving up into. Yeah.